now I haven't seen or spoken to my children. Neither they friends, because I don't want to be with Wasim, and he promised to ruin me and my children and make us cry for the rest of our lives. It's 9 years now, not 8, that I am a victim of domestic abuse. Police never helped me, but dare to threat me. And only until Ula, my best friend that she died recently, I learned that those guys that snitch or sell heroin in town are loveless. Police won't do nothing to them. Domestic Abuse Act 2021 amends Section 33 to the Criminal Justice and Courts Act 2015 to the effect that alongside the disclosure of private sexual photographs and films, the threat to disclose such material will become an offense, not mentioning break into somebody's email. The Act clarifies that the threats to disclose private sexual photographs and films as defined at the Section 33 of the Criminal Justice and Courts Act 2015 will constitute a criminal offence within England and Wales. Such behaviour will be subject to the existing maximum penalty of 2 years imprisonment or fine or both. The prosecution will not have to prove the image exists. The new offence, including defences, is Section 33 of the Criminal Justice and Courts 2015. The offence is triable either way and punishable with a maximum sentence of 2 years of imprisonment. I have evidence after evidence, and last week Wasim sent me some more photos. Police wasted 5 hours of my time, and again and again didn't do their job. I lost counts on videos I've made just on police not doing their jobs, giving me false information, thinking they're making me look like a fool. Arrest and criminal charges. If a person breaches a non-molestating order, they can be arrested by the police and charged with a criminal offence. The police have the power to arrest the person without a warrant if they have reasonable grounds to suspect that a breach has occurred. Possible imprisonment or fines. If a person is found guilty of breaching a non-molestating order, they can face imprisonment or fines. The length of prison sentence, obviously depends on how badly he did it. But potential impact on the child custody or visitation rights. A breach of non-molestating order can also have an impact on person's child custody or visitation rights. The court can take the breach into an account when making decisions about the child welfare and may limit, suspend the person's contact with the child. It is important to understand that breaching a non-molestating order is a criminal offence and can have a long-lasting consequences. The breach can be recorded on a life whatever. You limit people like that, visitation with the children. You don't let them abduct them from the mother, not send them to school. Don't look into evidence and let the father keep them. Wasim in the first week broke a non-molestating order 4 times. He broke non-molestating order over 240 times. I have over 4,500 files. Wasim was aggressive and abusive. He caused me and children many major damages on health and daily life. Why he was like that? There is another part about his family in detail. Apart from all named in domestic abuse list, Wasim has attacked me twice sexually, once in front of the boys. He broke every door and furniture in every house. My neighbors called police several times and gave statements. Police caught Wasim red-handed when he was doing such things with my sons, and again did nothing. Wasim made sure he humiliated me at every job I had so I can afford food for our sons, and I come back crawling. Because of Was, me and the boys had to move exactly 30 times now. Section 21.4 CJCA 2015 provides that relevant duty of care means duty owed under the law of neglecting. Was took my soft babies and like they told social care. He left them with random bitches that don't cook. They just sleep. Nobody really looking after them. The daddy doesn't have time for them. He wouldn't take them to doctors, sports activities, nothing. He robs their Eid money. Wasim sent Mikhail to hospital twice. Both need medical treatment. My son Amil is overweight. He is at very high risk of having a heart attack. And in Wasim's family, one of his brothers died at age 12. Now they got my son, and he knows he cannot eat spicy food, not takeaway, push him with Coca-Cola. He say he's a pucky, he's gonna eat spicy food, Amil needs feelings and other things. He doesn't care, and he humiliated him a couple of times about his body, and Amil said that to the therapist is in the report. So, wouldn't take the boys when they were little, and when I used to leave them with their mother, she didn't wanted them then because they were running around. I had to give him PlayStation with them, and sometimes I had to pay Wasim to look after my own children. When I was working security in Cambridge, he left my sons in the car park because mom should always be at home. Police came, and again nothing. Was stolen from me and the boys many of times, and I have evidence because when last year he kidnapped one of my sons, to see him, I had to come to his mom's house. She was in Pakistan at that time, so he locked me in there and tried to attack me sexually as well, forcing me to stay. He made Amil lie that his mommy has died at school. Amil was terrified to see me, he was scared, he was so feeling, can you imagine, like now he's making my sons lie, or when Amil, he came so heartbroken home, and the first thing he said, he goes, Mikhail, how does breakfast taste? I haven't eaten for 3 weeks. Oh, social service police school, they did nothing. And I have evidence as well that my son tried to suicide and cut his face because of his dad, because he was writing this online. That's how I found out. I had to go to cinema with Wasim to get my crying son off him, Mikhail. This is not easy situation for me, so I'm sorry. Was easily gets aggressive and he tend to hit my youngest son. My little boy didn't even want to go there now, but I told him to go. So Amil is not alone, so he doesn't have his suicidal thoughts again if Wasim doesn't keep his word and he doesn't return my children home. Anyway, I'm gonna cut it short because I could for hours talk and show evidence of every crime he made. There is so many people in Peterborough and area that are serving justice while they serving their time for less than 15% of what Wasim did to me and to my children. Anyway, the worry, I've already contacted many of those families and other people, and I'm messaging because in the law is that or they will get compensated or Wasim will have to serve the same time in the jail, because that's the justice. One person cannot go to prison for something and the other just like avoid it. Easy. I was telling you guys recently about the judge who broke the law during my trial. Turned out Mr. Tolson has a long history and he was already dismissed from few towns. Now he's gone from Peterborough to ruin lives in Oxford. Because with judges and social workers, it's like with the pedophiles, priests. They don't get to lose their job, they just go ruin lives in another town. It turns out my social worker ain't saint as well. And the funny thing is with her, she didn't even have a clue. And day before our online appointment, Wasim already told me, because that's what he does, like, you know, he was drinking in front of the boys, then he went and he said, and he made boys said that I was drinking, even though I have a video. He's telling about drugs. I've got videos, him telling us how he was eating mushrooms with Magda, all other things, and he was buying drugs in front of my children outside our house. And I as well have a video that a 15-year-old boy jumping to the same car. Where is Ishfaq? Who's saying that he takes care of the children and everything? So yeah, no one cares. Police did nothing about that as well. He told me she's gonna be rattling me over the alcohol, and I promised myself that if she rings me then on the appointment and she starts doing what he said exactly, I'm gonna do my maneuver. So I prepared, I bought myself a little whiskey and I had it right next to me. So when she rang me and she goes, Miss Milewska, before we start anything, I was told you fucking drinking. So I took that whiskey, I took a little sip, and I said to her, write every fact that I say now. When I didn't drink for 14 years, I was devoted mother. I didn't look for anyone to look after my children so I can go clubbing. All the kids, all my friends' kids were always around mine because I've enjoyed it to do that with my children and with others. When I was proper, nobody cared. Now that I have nobody vulnerable at home, no children to look after today or tomorrow, why can't I fucking get drunk? And I told her, how do you want me to go sleep? I was sleeping every day after a prayer with my kids. And you know what she did? She wrote me a fucking shit report because little does she know that I know she's an alcoholic and she drinks bare bottle of wine every day in the evening. So that hypocrite woman was already discharged as well from somewhere else in Cambridge. They sent all shit people to Peterborough. Anyway, children's safety first. My children are at harm. They don't get their medical treatments. Mikhail has not changed his tooth filling. That Wasim didn't want to help financially. And now he's not even letting me take my child to the dentist. Like he didn't let me take him for a heart checkup before because he enjoyed me crying that I am worrying about my children. And I've got it in the messages as well and then constantly. I could show you guys evidence. And this bastard's doing nothing about them. And you know what? The funny thing is when you go court or when you go social service or something, they tell you just make sure you don't cry or you don't show your emotion. It doesn't help or thingy. I haven't seen my son's 8 months. I haven't committed crime. I haven't done anything wrong. My children's crying after me. They don't get to fucking speak to me. You tell me I have to keep my emotion when some bunch of fucking idiots and the judge asking, how do you spell Jack? The social worker, kurwa. You can't even properly, not even do your job, speak your own language. And you're telling me, and you try and destroy me? You are destroying me. But I will get my children back. If not through English Justice Court, through European, because you guys forget, my children were in Polish schools, they have double citizenship. So nobody, even through Scottish court or whatever, there will always be somebody that after, because the all videos of police and everybody are uploading, I'm not gonna let you live peacefully. I don't get to live peacefully. I don't get to see my children. I cry myself every day to sleep. And my children, you know, and they're playing on a PlayStation. The boys, 1 minute, I'll be back. They were stopping their game just to come hug me. Mommy, I love you. Give me kiss and walk away. We're so attached with each other. My children trust me. I never broke their fucking promise, anything. Nothing. And the dad lies to them all the time. He came Poland and on his knees he swore he's not gonna hurt their mom again. He's not gonna be giving false police statements. He's not gonna do nothing to separate us. The first thing he did exactly what he was promising not to do. And in front of my sons, he's pushing them away. He's not letting them speak to their mom. That he said he couldn't ask for a better mother that I am for my sons. That even his whole family say that my children are the best race. You know, I never said to my kids, what? Or in my own language, co? I will say, słucham, or listen. My children are very well raised because this is out of love. You know, when my youngest got a anger tantrum or whatever, we hugged it out. Wasim hits him. I don't even know what's going on with my kids. And the reason he doesn't even let me speak to them, because they must be hurted and he's afraid what they gonna say again. Oh, grandma made me scratch her dirty back all day, but she wouldn't make my children's breakfast or something else. This is you know, I went recently to a lawyer. Said to me, you lying. Well, I have a full briefcase of evidence. No, you lying. Because it's impossible that you and your children going through this, because this as well, even if I was a bad mother, still is illegal not to let my children speak to me at all. And this mother said that I've neglected them. And you know what? Even now I'm so heartbroken and everything, I do not swear at him or nothing. He just rang me today few times, swearing to me again because what? Non-molestating order doesn't appear to him? Or you guys gonna say it ran out? Because I don't know which law you are practicing, but I have read and I did my homework and I know everything. And I know what I know, everything else is an element of surprise. But yeah, if police of Peterborough think that I am scared of you, I'm not. Come arrest me, because what I'm going to do, I'm going to spend every minute of my life now to be sharing how you guys not doing your job, and I make sure that those officers that were handling with my case, they never called me back or anything, trying to just give me some, like, you know, the principle. If I've made a statement, they not even ring me back. They Miss Milewska and everything. And I told them I'm recording them all the time. You know, thinking that what, you gonna that badly destroy me? I drink myself to death. That nah, I'm not gonna. Come on, if we all go down. What else I wanted to add is my children missing second diploma in the musical school because their dad said the music is not needed in their life. When I went short for Amil Sports Club, he said, cut on their strawberries. They don't need that. Just because you're a loser, you didn't even finish Jack Hunt School College, doesn't mean that my children are gonna be losers. Just because you never fulfill your dream of becoming a football player, don't stop your sons from being one. And just because you don't have any talents, don't stop them from having them. Let's go to the part 2. Why Wasim is like that? What bloodline he's coming?